Hey, so welcome to the first In the Woodshed with Wilson. I got to tell you, woodshedding comes from a term way back when we took music and we get a full page and we would take each measure and chop it up, and each phrase chop that up too. And what we'd come up with is we'd be in woodshedding. It's really what it comes down to. And so you take your parts into the woodshed and you work them out, one beat, one measure at a time. You take, you look at the music, you figure out the sticking, and we go from there. So this is all about just some basic drumming and getting your drum lines put together. My background, I started following drum corps in 1975. Yeah, I'm that old, and it just so happened I was a set drummer. I've been drumming for some time prior to that, and my sister was involved in an all-girl drum and bugle corps in the downriver area of Michigan. And I went to one of her rehearsals, and during their break, the drum captain came up and said, "Hey, so you're watching a drum line all the time. Are you a drummer?" I said, "Yeah, I play on a drum set. I play in concert band and stuff like that." She goes, "Well, do you know what a paradiddle is?" And I had no idea what it was, and so she showed me what a paradiddle was on her snare drum, and I fell in love with it. Absolutely fell in love with it. So from 1975 on, all the way well into the 90s, I was involved in drum lines, either teaching, writing for them, was a clinician. Then I became an adjudicator for Southern California School Band and Orchestra. From there, moved back to Michigan, and was a part of the MSBOA organization, and then got into retirement in the early 90s. So a lot of experience, and hopefully I can share that with you here today. We're just going to do some basics, real simple, get you started. Wilson, who y'all may have wondered whatever happened to Wilson from Castaways after he was lost at sea, and now he wound up here in the woodshed with me. My name is Steve Wilson, so it's the Wilsons in the woodshed, and we'll hope to help you out. You got any questions or any concerns? Give us a shout. Put us in the comments, and let us know what you think. Yep. These are tenor sticks. I like these because they're a little thicker than your standard marching stick. I like the tip. It's fun to practice with, but drumsticks. There's all kinds of different sizes. On a set, I like a 5B, but on a marching snare, this is what I like, and this is what I like to teach with. So a lot of good things hope to come from this, and you get a chance, follow us along, and we'll go from there. First thing we want to do is we're going to get warmed up. So the standard 8 and 8 on a hand type of situation, I like a couple of variations on that. So you have variations. First off, standard, you got 8 counts on a hand. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's 8. That's 8 taps on a hand, not 8 counts. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and left hand 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on and so forth. I'm actually going to do this a couple different ways. I'm going to show you a traditional grip that I'm used to, and also a match grip. So match grip, obviously, both hands are matched together. You look at it like this, and they're matched. What we do is we present a V over our snare, and usually what we do is we try to line them up across some lugs. It'd be across there's a lug here. You would put that stick right in that area. The stick itself, use your fingers. 1 inch off the drum is your starting position. That's where we came from. And from that, we would do just the opposite of what's being taught today. Today, it's an upstroke start, and we go down. We call it a downstroke power stroke, and so things start here, they come up and they go down to the head and they come back up to that starting position. So it's pretty simple. What we do is we match the 1 inch mark with the other stick. So in your left hand, you measure up, and you keep that right there when you try not to move that. So when we come down, boom, we hit, and then we squeeze the stick. It's called a squeeze release. You squeeze the stick and you get it to match where the other stick is. Pretty simple. Release, squeeze, release, squeeze, and you're there. And the force is going down. There's no rebound. A lot of rebound being played today, and that's fine. That's a great technique, and it gets you a lot of speed and all kinds of good premises to it. But to start, you gotta have a place to start, and that place to start is 1 inch off the drum. Starting here could be at a 45-degree angle, could be at a 90, could be wherever. So again, we go to match grip, and we could put them over our lugs, and we've got a nice little V shape there that comes off like that, and everybody's uniform. So great place to start. We bring the stroke up, attack, and then bring it back to where it was, that 1 inch spot. And you try to get it to stop there. But so that's what we'd consider a staccato stick, and then we've got the a legato stick, or a more fluid stick, which is more like this versus that down, what they call a downstroke, the downstroke that stops down here. So what we do is we do 8 on a hand. A lot of people know what that is. 8 on a hand is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I like a little variation of that. We do on the beat and then we do off the beat. So it's off, you know, like so. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? And then on the upbeat, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. It's going to build your chops. The more you can do offbeat, the more chops you're going to build on that. So we've got it here in a traditional grip. Traditional grip, there's a couple different ways, and I'll explain that in just a moment. But basically, we're looking at the same thing. We got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, that accent is going to help it a lot. There's a lot of people teaching, some great teachers out there. They're teaching paradiddles, a lot of paradiddles. It's difficult if you're playing a set because you don't know how to put a paradiddle into a set situation when it comes from. It just all sounds the same. It sounds like a machine gun. The way I like to teach it is that you put an accent on 1, 2, 3, and 4. So on all the numbers, everything else is low. So it's accented to help you maintain where timing is. So if you look at it from a timing standpoint, Wilson, you keep an eye on this for me, will you? Okay, make sure that our accents come up. We would like them to be comfortable. If you want to put them up, if you're looking at yourself in a mirror, about a 45, about 6 to 6 inches off the drum, and you're in good shape. So I'm going to play in traditional for now, and we go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Note that all the sticks, except for the ones that are on the beat, everything is real low. They're all down here. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Real difficult if you're playing all the same height. You get lost. So we want to make sure we accent where 1, 2, 3, and 4 are. 1 E and 2 E and make them soft, almost a whisper, almost like grace notes. You may hear that also, like, in Native American drumming. So it's hum dun 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 dun. Same thing. Hit the hun, emphasize it. Okay. All right. So from there, work on speeding it up just a little bit here and there. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay. A little wandering there. Comes up with, ADD, all drummers deficits. All right, so some simple stuff like that. Different ways to teach it. You can break it down hand by hand. You got one, something like that. A lot of people teach it as taps, accents, taps, and grace notes. It's got a great groove if you put it on a set, play it through your hi-hat, accenting 2 and 4. So it'd be something like, just a straight 4 on the floor type of thing. Keeps it nice. It's a cool little groove. We'll do more drum set stuff when I set all that up. I've got them back here, but it's a little hot here in Arizona. The last few days has been well over 100. And so we try to keep the door closed and the things, all of our drums covered up because we don't need a nice birch set to go in the toilet. So, anyways, hope that helps. Let's get that going again. We got some eight counts of paradiddles. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple enough. Have a good one. Take care. Oh yeah. Say goodbye, Wilson. Bye, Wilson. Okay. See you later, guys.